These stupid damn commercials. So I'll kick this off once I can get the advertisements off this. I may have to upgrade to Twitch Prime to avoid this. This stuff gets old. Especially when I've got it muted and it somehow overrides my mute. Okay. And here we go. So the one that everybody's been waiting for me to play, which oddly enough, I know most courses in his work, so it's probably not going to be what everybody thinks it's going to be. But Cnoic, Lionn, Dubh, which is Gaelic for I hate all of you, and I'm making you play this. No, not really. I like Mo. He's a cool dude. He definitely has his own takes on courses. And so on PS4, it's got 8 plays with 0 rating, which means it just hasn't updated. I just played yours, Jives. The I'll post the actual stream in your thread, so you can watch it. If you want me to summarize really quick, it was a very clean course. It was. I think you could have. I like minimalistic looks. I think you could have used some planting on it to kind of add a little bit of character, especially with some of your long grasses in certain areas. But all in all, I like the looks of the course. You had very, very clean brushes on your fairways and stuff. So that was like really cool. Needed a little bit of work on some of your tee boxes. Some of those weren't flat in a design contest. That can cost you a little bit depending on who's judging. But technically, a lot of it was really good. Um, the one thing I would say, okay, the pro and the con. For the pro with your firm settings, you did a very good job of controlling the rollout with slower speeds, and I think you did a great job with that. That being said, the overall length of the course, it just played too damn long, man. Um, Usually, if you're going to go firm settings, you really need to think about it, and you need to have. I mean, it's okay to have some long holes on it, but not all of them. And it just felt like throughout the round, I was playing the same long iron over and over and over. Even on the holes that you brought down to like 430 yards, well, you elevate them to the point to where I'm still playing the same iron. So there wasn't a lot of variation in shots. Um, that would probably be my biggest con on the course completely. And I'm not a big fan of the first par three. Your green needs to be bigger on it. You'll see that. Yeltsin did his best to get me wound up right off the bat on that one. But the for that length of par three, I mean, damn man, 245 yards on firm settings, especially with that size green, it just doesn't work for me. You need a much bigger green for that length of shot, or shorten it up some. Because even with your speeds down, it's still a long, shot off that. Yeltsin liked it. He wanted to bait me to the end of the world with it, but we have different views on that. Um, yeah, and it probably sounded like I was harsher on it than what I intended, and I wasn't. Part of that was because, once again, Yeltsin was trying to piss me off first thing in the morning. I actually think he says things just to like try to yank my chain and get me rattled. But all in all, man, it was a good, solid course. I think it's a tour-worthy course for sure. It's just a matter of which tour it gets on, because I played it in really low winds. You catch that in 12 miles an hour or higher, and it's going to be beastly, and probably beastly not in a good way because of the length of it. People are going to have some issues with it. But other than that, good, solid course, and well done. I'm pretty sure he's talking about on yours, Jives. I'm pretty sure he's talking about on yours, because we had about a 20-minute conversation about that length of hole on firm settings. So, but either way, we are on to Cnoic, Lionn, Dubh. And we got fast greens right off the bat. I can see that. I'm assuming he went medium settings with fast greens, but we'll learn shortly. But yeah, Giles, you have a good course, man. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you to take anything out of context that of what I was saying in your stream. It's a good, solid course. I think it's tour worthy. I fully expect to see it on tour. Um, if you do pin it, do not make one of your days rainy or snowy because that has the tendency to crash it out, like make it unplayable on tour. But it black screens for Xbox and PS4 quite a bit. That's my understanding. But either way, the it's definitely going to be on tour somewhere. Solid course, man. I'm just not crazy about the length. By the way that it played, it I just felt like I was playing the same shot over and over, and that took a little bit away from the round on me. So here we go with what I can only imagine is going to be Mo Slorkman's Tree Fest. Well, that's not going to play well. So we are going downhill all the way on this. 3 wood's actually going to put me right down in here. With a 6-mile-an-hour wind in my face, I really don't think I can carry that. Damn it. Okay, here we go. I mean, good look off the tee box right there. Got a little bit of a foggy look overhead, so I can't get it. It could be a little bit cleaner with the brushes he uses on his fairways and such here. So they're a little bit kind of all over the place, but oh yay! Okay. Probably could have served continuing this apron that he's got going right here. Kind of ends a little bit abruptly up there. Carry that apron around just a little bit and let it come in and meet up in this area. Fit this one a little bit better. I don't think I can get that there over the trees. Huh. So my ball's going to get hit a tree and dump. That's what I'm seeing. So we're playing to 212. We'll take a birdie that way. Guys, links here. 220, 459, 296, 43, 220. Nice variation in hole lengths on this. So if he is going to tighten this up with trees, I've at least got some short holes here to play with as well as some longer holes. So So 216 minus 28, so we're effectively taking almost 10 yards off this shot right off the bat. With a 7-mile-an-hour wind. This green might be a little bit too severe for this length of shot. I mean, just the shape of the green I don't think fits for a pin area back in here. That's getting a little bit rough on that length of shot right there, even on medium firmness. And this little slope, definitely. Definitely. That's punishing, so. Especially when you continue down, you're already going to get a roll off that. Ball's just going to keep rolling. So, I mean, I guess his intention on this pin is to make sure you land the ball in the rough over here on this side, one way or another. That's what I'm picking up on this one. Nice look off the tee. I like this bridge work down here. It's not even a bridge, it's cart path with fencing, but I like that look. It's a nice, nice little feature right there. Holy crap. Wind got me on that one. So, like I said, the entire point of that pin is to make sure you end up over here. So, alrighty then. Not a big fan of the sculpt on this green. I just don't think it fits the distance of shot. I mean, if it's a shorter hole, you put this around the 140 range, I can live with that a little bit more, but for that length, there's not much of a way to play it. I mean, hell, even if you play that short up in here and play it for some rollout, it's just going to naturally carry over that side, and once it hits this point, it's gone. So, I question that one a little bit. These are 187s. So 187 on the green speed. Could have been a little bit smoother on his contouring around that green too. So we're going to play up into the dog leg. But we have to play into the dog leg a certain way or we're going to be behind a tree. Oh, mercy, mercy. Could be a little bit cleaner on the bunker sculpting here. That's actually a nice sculpt on that. I like that look right there. I like it where it's raised in the back and you get that nice down slope, but it's still a little bit more shallow here in the front. Seen too many courses of this competition where they've got the same level of elevation on this side as they do on this side. It just creates what I call a bathtub bunker. It's always good to have one side lower than the other side so you can create this right here. So that's a good looking bunker right there. I guess the circle, the pot bunker here is more for the next hole coming over. So what's our play here? What's our play? Figuring out what tree we're going to be behind. That's the play. So if I land in here, got a pretty decent shot on that. Yeah, I think the key to this course is going to be just playing what he gives you. Nice look off the tee. I'm not big about the cart or the bag right there next to you, but that's just him being quirky. That's what he does. What usually gets you in trouble on his courses is that he gives you certain shots, and when you don't take them, then you end up in trouble. He's making him play a long one on this one, though, isn't he? With the side hill lie. Sculpt could have been, this could have been cleaner through the fairway. I don't mind hills and stuff, but I'm not big about it flowing into this hill and blocking off your view from the green and everything. So a little bit more thought into the sculpting here. Could also be a little bit smoother. That's kind of hodgepodgey. Side hill lie got me as much as anything on that one. There was no way for me to keep the ball a different way, because if I plan for more carry on that side hill lie, the ball ends up over here on this side somewhere. I didn't want that, so I'll take the chip from this side. We'll just par this one out. Let's run a little bit downhill for me right there. Make sure I don't overdo this. Yeah, bad chip. Bad chip. I lofted too much on that one. Well, that's a problem with going from 187s to what we're going with now, because that's makeable by me 9 out of 10 times easily. Shit, 10 out of 10 times. That's an easy putt right there. I just overhit it way too hard on 187s. It's a hell of a scout cam we got going on there. I'm counting leaves. So we play up into this area, and this is, yeah, not a fan of this one. That's too restrictive right there. That's just way too restrictive. Not a very good design on this particular hole. Nice shot off the tee. I mean, I like this. I don't mind this claustrophobic look to it, because there is a way to work the ball through there. That's not a problem to me. I don't like the second shot on this. Especially given the fact I have nowhere to work the ball down here to even give myself a good angle. So, I mean, seriously? Sorry, Mo. This one fails, dude. This one fails. I mean, intentionally trying to lay up right there. I'm still up in the middle of the trees. There's just no way to play that out there without being in the trees. So I'm not crazy about that. Nice planning on the hole. I like the hole finishing up here. I have a feeling Greg Fordyce is going to go nuts on the stakes, because he doesn't like stakes at all anywhere. I hate to tell him that's actually part of golf, but maybe a little bit excessive on that. But Could be a little bit cleaner with the edging and stuff over here. That's just one of my things. I didn't try to cut it at all, be smooth. I just laid out back here where I could get it. I was just trying to clear the damn trees so I didn't end up in the woods somewhere. I mean, this isn't a green that I'm going to go for in two like hardly ever. I just don't think it's a great. I mean, with the wind in your face, my landing spot was back here. So there's really no cut going into it. Well, because of the cam and everything, I can't get it. But it's, I mean, I'm like back here somewhere. I mean, there's no cut for me in on that one. I guess if you really wanted to be wild, you can take it way out over here to the left and try to, go 2 or 3 grid blocks in on cut. But I don't see the point in it. You're setting yourself up for a bad shot. I mean, the play is to get it over the trees and land it out here somewhere and play it off. So what have we got here? 91 minus 4. What do you say, Pablo? Smuggler's Lock was used on CC Tour. It was the end of the season last year. Oh, Lord. He's going a little bit crazy on the greens here, in my opinion. So that's actually a different look. I don't know that I've actually seen this done before. If I have, I haven't really paid a lot of attention to it. But using these, get back to the tee box. Using the brick pillars here with the fence posts. That's actually kind of cool. Squeeze something different. So this is not bad as a risk reward par 4. I mean, there's definitely some. It's not like he's forcing you to, go for it off the tee or anything, so I can live with that. It's definitely a make you think kind of course. I mean, he's tempting you into some areas where you can get it up there, but a lot of these, it just looks like the best shot is to lay back and play a pitch. I do like the rugged look, the natural look he's given this. He's killing me with the damn bag and ball washer on the tee boxes. That's starting to annoy the hell out of me. Not gonna lie. It's a funky pin position for this length, but I mean he's got a nice big green. He's definitely got areas where he can multi-pin this, but it's pretty shallow, so I don't know. I'll reserve judgment on this one. This is a tough shot right here. Man, we got a 10-mile-an-hour tailwind, fast greens. They're medium firmness, so you can live with that, but still. Man, I really don't know if 170 is going to get me there, so I'm going to end up playing this one long. And that's the only way I know how to play that one there, guys. A little bit off on the line on that one. I had good speed on it, but it's a bad line. He could definitely be a little bit cleaner on some of his brushes that he's using as fairway. Like I said, I know that's being overly critical, but it does lend itself to the look of a course, and these have just a few little areas that could be a little bit cleaner. Could flatten this tee box out some more too. Pretty sure he tried to, but it looks like it's got like a little bit of a slope going to it. Once again, overly critical thing to say, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, what we got going here? A lot of elevation drop. It's not a bad looking hole. Interesting to play. That swing was all on me right there. I'm trying really hard not to slice and stuff, and I'm overcompensating. So now I can handle the exaggerated greens a little bit more with shorter shots like this, but once again, this one kind of got away from it because I see the slope right here. Then down to this drop off, God help you if you got to put up this. If you miss a pin placement up here towards the front because of the slope, it runs back. So it's conceivable that it hits and just rolls. You end up back down here and you got a hell of a second putt. But what have I got? So this is going to spin back on me a little bit. Eh. Yay, more trees. Scout cam giving me perfect views of trees. Mo, mo, mo. You silly wanker. Have to figure out where this damn hole even goes. Oh, and this is a par 4. That's even better. That's even better. Holy crap. For real? For real? What the hell am I supposed to do with this tee shot? Okay. I'm so screwed on this shot. I am majorly screwed. Wow, it actually made it across there. I really didn't expect it to. Yeah, not a big fan of the tree line right there. I mean, part of it was okay because it's not playable. I mean, your shot will actually clear it, but that other part right there, that just didn't work for me at all. And making somebody drive into the trees, I'm not shooting a 5 wood off the damn tee on a 483 yard par 4. So the tee shot does not fit the length of the hole. That's all I got to say about that. We was trying to give a little bit of a backboard there on the green, so that's not necessarily horrible, but he definitely went with some extreme sloping on the or contouring on the greens, and that can be very hit or miss. Get some different winds on this, and probably have a completely different take on it. More views of trees from the scout cam. Hoorah! Got a nice big green. That's what I got. Par 5. What's my elevation here? I'm downhill, then I'm back uphill. Well, with a stronger tailwind, this becomes a lot of fun, but and a side hill lie. Well, if this thing doesn't bend, the way I'm looking at this lie right here, I should get a major twist off to the left right here. But I have too many of these where I plan for this and that ball will go dead straight and stick me down there right up against that tree. So let's see what happens. Oh, for the love of God. I'm just trying to keep it up there close and at least have a birdie chance. So I could have played that a little bit better, but it is what it is. He needs to forget about the Oaks at Westchester and pin my damn courses, man. He needs to be a pinning machine right about now. That's a good look off the tee box right here. I actually like the idea behind the bunker right here on this. That looks pretty cool. Needs to be a little bit cleaner on the sculpting on this right there. There's no real reason for that hump. This would look a lot better if this was like raised a little bit and then just bring this slope down. If you want to have a slope right there, that's fine, but a big old hill right there just doesn't work on this hole. Be a lot better to make that a gradiated drop off down into here. Yep, I'm a punk. I'm a punk. I've learned, man, with some of you like highfalutin designers, sometimes I got to stay on your ass until you get my pins to me. Y'all are celebrity like. Y'all just take y'all's time. I got a job to do, kid. Yeah, that hill right there to the right, that just needs to be sloped down. That just doesn't necessarily look good. It doesn't affect the playability at all. I mean, it's really not going to come into play ever, but from a look standpoint, it'd look better if that was just a clean slope from the green down to the fairway right there. I'm messing with you, Reeb. I'm messing with you, man. Golly. He's getting all testy on me in his old age. Wind got harder on me. My backswing. Damn it. I actually had that played just about the way I wanted to, and the wind kicked up on me. Oh, funky little break in this that you don't see right there. Damn it. I got robbed on that one. That ball should have dropped. Oh, nice to see the machine went 17 under on this. uh, How I still design with an abacus and in black and white. Are you kidding me? Yeah, probably a little bit too much slope on this one, Mo. That's just, I mean, if we're talking about consistency, this is one thing he's done consistently is between his placements of trees and this red slope on his greens. He's definitely got that going on, but sometimes, I mean, even though it's not coming into play, it takes away from the feel, of course, as much as helps playability. So probably a little bit too much for my taste on that. I even got here. 156 into a 6 mile an hour wind. It's going to play shy of 170. Well, here comes the wind back up in my face now. And it goes back down. How many trees will I get to see on this scout cam? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Oh, okay, I'm done. Holy moly. So, big ass bunker. Now, this, I'm not going to lie, this feels out of place on this. We've had a look going and one that's been working for him, and then we just dump a big damn waste bunker that is not what I would call sculpted to its full potential. Like right here in the. Yeah, not a fan of the bunker here, Mo. You just kind of broke up your round here with something that doesn't fit the rest of the course, man. You know, you're going for a cool idea and all that kind of fun stuff, but damn, son. On a 484 yard long hole, 484 yards with an elevated green, you're taking driver completely out of the player's hands. I mean, I guess this is play for par. I mean, I guess that's what we're doing now. Yeah. This this hole doesn't work for me quite well. Some of the others have at least been interesting and they've made you think on some of your shots, but this just doesn't work for me at all, especially finding the need. Okay, you've already got a 484 yard shot. You've already taken driver out of my hand off the tee box, and now then you find the need to stick a tree that serves no other purpose. It doesn't even fit the looks of what you got going on here. You're just putting it there to ensure that you're going to screw me up on my second shot. That's already a long damn shot. I don't see the need or point in any of that. That is what I would say is not a good design choice, if we're just being flat honest about it. Because, I mean, what in the hell am I supposed to do with this? There was just no point in that shot, Mo. No point in that one at all. It's one thing to give tight landing areas and to use your trees. I don't have a problem with that. I've not really had too much of a problem with it throughout the course, but that's getting a little bit overboard right there, kid. That ball just ran right over. Didn't bump, didn't move, didn't do anything. It just flat ran over the freaking hole. Good Lord. Well, congrats. You forced a bogey. So I could have swore that said it was a par four up at the top. I really thought it was a par four. That's why I was pissed off about it. If it was a par five, I don't care because I can play out and lay up for a different way. But are you guys messing with me? Okay, it was a par five, so I have to take back part of what I said. I still don't like the tree there, but I really thought that said it was a par four. Whenever I looked at the top of it, that's what my issue with it was. I can live with that a little bit more right there. That I don't necessarily have a problem with because I would have had the option to lay the ball out there on the fairway and pitch it into the green. So okay, you're back in my semi good graces. You frickin' Irish bastard. Yeah. Nope, I agree, Scampy. I agree. I have to take back what I said. I have to take it back. Just got some dodgy shapes going on here and there. I mean, all in all, it's fit pretty well. It's been pretty consistent in its brushing and everything, but few little areas that I would like to have seen cleaned up a little bit as far as the sculpting on the fairways and such, and a few shapes here kind of getting away, but nothing major. Oh, this I can tell by the rollout right there. This is going to be a fun putt. Nah, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. 4 inches from where I'm at. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. You're better than that. You're better than that. That means I can barely tap this one or it's gone. And the bad thing is with this little slope right here, just tapping it makes me miss it low. So I actually have to move this putt out about right here. Uh, Pin placement's a little funky. I think Mo, Ola, and Sam sit in a room somewhere and plan and debate how they're going to do their runoffs for their aprons in some places. All three of them do this. That's a little bit too extreme right there. That needs to be a little bit cleaner sculpt coming down. It's okay to have a runoff off that apron right there, but that needs to be cleaner. A little bit more of a gradient than what we've got going on right there. It definitely needs to be flattened off some down here around this area. That just doesn't look clean. So I hit driver down in here and run off the fairway, and then an odd little contour to this. This would be a nice look down into the green complex. We didn't have a hill right here. Drop this drop this hill area right there, man. Like, let us actually see your course, because that would actually be a pretty cool shot if this was kind of your view from back where we're standing. That'd look pretty neat, but from where we're at, we got no view of it at all. A little bit too much loft on that one. He's at least toned down his greens for a little bit of a stretch right here. I actually like the shape of this green. This one I actually like. Contouring on this one, I can live with. Much better than the other ones that have the giant red slope going on in them. Another one. That's 4 of them on this course. I've done that too. Just hits the lip and runs. Okay, I guess you can guess what I'm about to say about the contouring on this green. Look of the hole is fantastic. This is way too excessive right here. Way too excessive. So if you put a pin right here and you somehow don't make it, spin back off that, that is Ugh. I prefer to see this done in 3 grid block maximum areas. So a little bit flatter up here, let it come, and flatten it off down here. I can live with that, but that's too much right there, kid. That's too much. Even on a short shot, that's too much. And of course, we got trees that are going to play right into our sight line of that pin. Yay. Yay for trees. Hold on 1 second, guys. I got a call coming in. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I like the shape of that green back there. I just didn't like that big hill, like right there behind that. That's a little bit too punishing depending on where pins go. We brought our parking lot into play here, so cart paths could be a lot cleaner. More red, more excessive red, and especially that pin location for what it looks like, but get to that in a second. So, got a parking lot over here. I ran our road into it and back out. I mean, that's kind of cool. There's some work that went into that. I can appreciate that. Oh man, he's in Europe, so people are driving on the wrong side of the road. Oh my lord. Just messing with you, Mo. The one thing I do tell designers that if you're going to do a cart path, I think cart paths look good on courses. I think they help finish a course and help frame holes quite a bit. But if you're going to do them, commit to them and do the damn things. This one, I mean, it's as simple as cleaning up these little divots right here. It's not hard to do. You don't even have to mess with handles and stuff. I've got a video showing how to do that in the tips and tricks area. It's as quick as creating another layer of cart path. 1 click, 2 click, 3 clicks, enter, and that becomes a perfectly edged cart path. Same thing right here. 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, perfectly edged cart path. Fits everything, but that just lends itself to an unfinished look. That is a one of those personal little faux pas things to me, but I'm a big believer that if you're going to do cart paths and retaining walls and such, then frickin' do them. Yelt's pointed out this green, the same that I'm about to do, just way too much red for the shot, man. It's a 191-yard shot into this. I mean, look what we got going on down here. Depending on the wind and it still slopes when it comes down off that, so it's going to have speed, and then it catches this down slope. I mean, there's a very, very real chance on this pin you're putting from back here, and that's just too punishing. That needs to be a lot smoother, Mo. A lot smoother, man. So we are actually going to end up back here in the back somewhere because I am not taking that on. I am not taking that on at all. Yeah, look at that. That's a little bit dodgy there, Mo. That's definitely a little bit dodgy there, my man. I'm not even messing with this putt. I'm just trying to keep it within a few feet of the damn hole because you actually go for that pin and you miss it to the right, it could very well be gone. So we'll just take our par and move on from there. So interesting hole concept. There's a lot of things I like about that hole, but your green got away from you on that one. Yeah, I don't think we're going to take a wood off the tee on this one either. I mean, it's not a bad look. I mean, some of those looks off the tee box aren't bad. You actually lose a lot of this because of the elevation. This one actually could have benefited from being dropped a little bit. So instead of your view being what we're looking at, your view could have been this, which actually I think would look pretty cool. That's actually a really good looking tee shot right there with the way he's brought his brush down and gone against the grain with the fairway. But with the elevation we've got right there, the way it's cut into it, all you're seeing is the bunker. So yeah, you might be able to reach that green in two. I'm not going to try it, but I mean, it's risk reward for somebody there. I feel like I have a much better chance of birdieing this hole with the shot I just played versus going for this in two. But well, that's fine. You guys go for it in two all day long, or go for it off the tee all day long, man. Go for it. Go for it. You guys are better than I am. I'm playing what fits my game. I'm not trying to land in that area right there. That was going to be my whole point with this green with water around it. That's just shit waiting for me to happen. I'm not sure how that tree comes into play off the tee box area either. I really didn't even scope it out. So no, tree really doesn't come into play. So you can hit that, but I mean, if you actually land it on there, you got a good shot at eagle. Definitely birdie, but that's a big if. That's a big if. Well, I got -2. 99. Oh, I snapped it to the left. I had my distance. I just snapped it to the left. Otherwise, I was dead on that shot. That was at the pin. Now, I can live with this a little bit more because you're realistically going to have a shorter shot coming into it, and that is not excessive. That's pretty decent green sculpting right there. I still would have cleaned this area up just a little bit more. Let this be a little bit more flat up to the top, and then let it fall down to that area, but that's just me. That's more of a me thing than a have to do kind of thing. Ah, I screwed that putt up so bad. That was just a bad read by me right there. That was just a bad, bad read. So I actually played the shot that I wanted to. I just snap hooked it on my second shot. Had I hit that straight up and down, then I've been right there at the pin for my second shot. So at least been respectable on this round. So let's see what we got for our finishing hole. Okay, more red greens. So our landing area's up here. We shouldn't be blocked by a tree for one of the first holes ever. I can dig it. Yeah, not gonna lie. The greens got a little bit excessive with some of the contouring, but I didn't have as much of a problem with the way this course played as others do because I see where he went with. I mean, he's giving you shots on most of it. There's only been a couple of holes I've questioned what he's done. The greens are overcooked to me. Greens could be a lot smoother, make a lot more sense to how the course is playing. But as somebody else said, Mo had an idea of what he wanted to do, and he went for it, regardless of what anybody else was going to say about it. He just has his own little thing that he does. So it is what it is. 122 plus 6. Oh man, I thought that ball was going to spin out a little bit more than that. Damn. Damn, I would have played that differently had I thought the ball was going to stop right there. I thought I was dead on with my distance, but I really thought it was going to roll just a little bit more and put me with a better putt behind the damn cup. Shit. Still, I can live with it. Made that putt a lot tougher than what it should have been. So, I don't know. A lot of people are like screaming about the course and everything else and expecting me to have a meltdown. There were definitely things I pointed out. It wasn't I didn't feel like it's a bad course. Mo's gotten better and better as a designer as he's gone along. This one definitely makes you think off the tee box. And, I mean, he takes driver out of your hand constantly. A lot of times he takes woods out of your hand on a few of those, in my opinion. But still plays pretty straightforward. Now, granted, I may have a completely different feel about this course if I played it in 14-mile-an-hour winds. I played it in relatively low winds all the way through, so that lends itself to some better scoring. But not a bad course. It'll be interesting to see what judges have to say about it and how they come up with it. I can say, going through these first groups and everything else, there's been some doozies. There's been some results I did not expect. So I will start. I will start updating those once I get through all the playthroughs. My target is sometime between now and this weekend. I'll do actual group things with a scoreboard for each group and start putting some of the judges' comments in those areas and letting you guys get some feedback. But I don't want to rush it. And I realize it's a little bit slow going at the beginning of the judging. But once we get to this week, then it starts going a lot faster, and we'll blitz our way through through the knockout rounds and all that. So it'll start moving a lot faster. Um, but yeah, good solid course. It has some areas that can be a little bit cleaner. I think he could be a little bit more consistent with his brushes that he uses for his fairways and some of the shapes of his greens. I didn't get into bunkers a lot on this. I really wasn't crazy about the one big waste bunker he had on the par 5 that I thought was a par 4. I felt like it kind of broke up the round. It just didn't fit the course, so to speak. Um, there were some probably trees were a little bit excessive in some areas, but all in all, I thought it was a pretty nice tight round. So I could see this course being on tour somewhere, probably Webb or Euro, somewhere along that line. But I actually think it'd lend itself to a pretty solid Webb course. Guys on Euro and PGA would probably eat it alive, but pretty solid course. So we'll just see what happens in the judging. And other than that, guys, I'm going to take about a 5-minute break, and I'll be back with the next one.